Welcome back. My name is Tim Marshall, and I'm so pleased to bring this to you. This material is based on my book, Joyful Now, which I'm delighted to say I've received my first copy of. It is available online, and it should be at your local bookseller. If not today, then soon. For those of you returning, welcome back. For those of you here for the first time, I would highly recommend that you review video 1 and you consider that question as deep as you can first. The order is not so important here as is the distinguishing between questions. I want you to do each of these individually and purely for that question alone. I can't stress that enough. This method really requires you to have 4 sets of answers. 1 set per question. So keep your pen and your pad close by as you do this question and all the other questions. And please do all of the questions. Don't just go from 1 or 2. It takes all 4 of them to do this. Now I've separated these in about a week at a time, and I'll probably shorten that time when we get to the methods. But I want people to really get a solid amount of time behind consideration for each of these questions. So when you do a question, I want you to really delve deeply and consider it fully. I don't want you to short yourself. Now, as I said in the last video, I'm going to offer you a little bit on meditation in this video, which is in great detail in my book. And we're going to start with that. If you are in a place where you won't be disturbed, because that's kind of essential. You don't want the phone ringing. You don't want things happening that are going to take you out of this state of mind. I want you to close your eyes and simply pay attention to your breathing. See how it's coming into your body. See how it's flowing out of your body. And just do this. Pay attention to your breathing. Now, with eyes closed, one of 2 things are going to happen. Either the noise is going to be amped up, and if it is, what I want you to do is to take your tongue and put pressure on your upper gum. And what this will do is this will quiet it down. Pay attention to your breathing going in, coming out. And just do this until you can feel it's a chemical change that you actually feel. But it's relaxing, and it'll fill you up with such a pleasant state of being. Now, when you do this practice, you can use it on the questions. Such as the question for today, you can take that question within you, go into the silence, and see what comes. You see, when you quiet your mind down, divine inspiration happens. It's powerful stuff. That's what I'm offering in Joyful Now. It's powerful stuff. This is a culmination of a whole lifetime of work. And the method that I'm teaching in these videos was actually produced in a think tank. I brought some esteemed colleagues together and we brainstormed this. We delved into what made us tick. We developed a whole series of questions. The 4 that I'm presenting here are our favorites. I know they're my favorites, and I know that at least one other of my group says the same thing. So what is living out your passion? It's falling in love, head over heels in love with what you do with life and making your living. Imagine waking up excited about what you're going to be doing that day for your living. Starting your day with such enthusiasm. Innovative thoughts flowing. It's powerful. I have helped many people get to this point. I can't even count any longer how many have become entrepreneurs and are living full lives out there in the world doing what they love to do. Some of you might be doing this already. Continue with the questions because it might lead you down a new path. The colleagues that helped me brainstorm this, two of which were professionals. One of which was a professional psychologist. The other one was a publicist. Both of them changed their life work. And they're going off in a new direction that they are even more in love with. So you don't know what's going to come to you when you start doing this, because your passion is something that you carry with you all your life. It's something that is so natural to you that it doesn't feel like work, it feels like play. And when work and play are synonymous, is it still work? Think about it. Now, I offer this in great detail. It's one of the latter chapters in my book. And it really does work. Now, those of you who are here for the second time, I hope that you've taken a good amount of time considering question 1. And you've noted down all your answers. I want you to have pad, paper, and pen with you for this question as well, because I want you to take really good notes with this. The work you put into this will show you your passion if you really do it with integrity. If you have not done video 1, the order is not essential, but it is essential that you separate the questions, that you consider one before moving on to the next. And I would highly recommend going into video 1 to figure out what your passion lies in that question. Now, without further ado, let's get into question 2. And we will explore this, and I will give you a week before I put out the next video. But I want you to really consider this deeply and do not take it lightly. Really put your time into this before we get into question 3. Again, if you haven't done question 1, you can do this one first, but keep them separate. Can't stress that enough. The notes that you take should be distinguished just for that question. So here it is. What is your hobby? What is something that you took the time to become an expert at? This can be from the smallest thing to the largest thing. What is your hobby? Now, I don't want you to be time-stricken. This could be something you did in your earliest ages. This could be something that you did in your adolescent life. This could be that you did just yesterday. So think on a very wide scale. What is your hobby? This is something that you took the time to become an expert at. Something that you really got absorbed by when you did it. Something that you didn't want to be disturbed when you were doing it. Now again, you can use the meditative technique, concentrating on your breathing, and take this question within you. Write down anything and everything that comes. I can't stress that hard enough either. These methods do work. And if you put integrity behind them, you're really going to find your life's passion. And what a dream. Excited every day to go out and to do what you do. Thriving on what you do to make your living. It's there for you. It's been calling to you for quite a while. Isn't it about time that you started living in your passion? So thanks again for joining me. I will be back in about a week to present question 3. And enjoy this. This is supposed to be a fun practice. Take these questions very carefully. Question 1 should stand alone from question 2. The same goes for 3 and 4. Take good notes, and thanks for watching. I'll see you again in about a week.